I'll show you a simple full screen feature that maximizes your editing space by hiding all the docked and floating windows. I've been working on this project for some time, and I've got a gazillion windows and tabbed editors open. Right now, I'm working on this namegenerator.cs file, but it's hard to see much code because the window is small. That's because I have so many tool windows docked. I've got the Server Explorer and the Data Sources window docked to the left side of the screen, the Output windows docked at the bottom of the screen, and I have several windows docked to the right side of the screen. Also, I'm losing some space at the top of the screen because I have multiple toolbars open. Now, of course, I can drag the sizers to change the width of the docked windows, or I can click the Auto Hide button, and I can also close some of these toolbars at the top of the screen. But that jumbles my current window arrangements, which I might prefer for working on other tasks, which means I'd have to recreate the arrangement later. To help with this problem, Visual Studio contains a full screen mode. Before I enter full screen mode, let me undock this data sources window so that I can show you that full screen also works with free floating windows. Now I'm ready. To enter full screen mode, open the view menu and then click the full screen menu item. Instantly, Visual Studio hides all the floating windows, all of the docked tool windows, and the toolbars. Now all I have are my document windows open. Currently, I'm editing the namegenerator.cs file, but I also have a text file and an XML file that I'm editing. I've got lots of room. When I'm ready to go back to the normal layout, I can click on this full screen button on the menu. And notice that everything is restored as before. My toolbars are here, my floating window is here, and so are all my docked windows. To return back to full screen, I can come into this menu item and click. One key point about this menu item is that it is a toggle. The first time you click on it, you enter full screen mode. The next time you click on it, you go back to normal mode. Also, I can use this keystroke, Shift, Alt, Enter. Now, while I'm in full screen mode, I can add back some of my docked windows. Perhaps I need the Properties window open. So I can go to View, Properties window. You notice how the Properties window is docked to the right side of the screen, and it's full height. Now, when I go back to the normal mode, you'll see that the Property window is in its old location, here in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. And when I go back to full screen mode, you'll see that the Property windows is back where it was. The point of this is that any tools I add while in full screen mode are restored to that location when I go back to the full screen mode. Now I'll restore this back to its original location and open the name generator file. Now I'm ready to show you another way to work with full screen windows. Let's say that I have this Solution Explorer and I want to make it full screen while I'm working with some of the items that are in this window. I can undock the Solution Explorer. Now when I double click on the title bar, it's going to maximize just the Solution Explorer and it's going to float it over top of the existing Visual Studio, like this. Now I'm in full screen for a while. I work with my project and solution and files, and when I'm ready to go back to non-full screen, I can click on this Restore Down, and it just becomes a free floating window. And at some point when I want to redock it back to its original location, I hold down the Control key and double click on the title bar. Before I end this video, I'll reset all my Windows layout. I'll go to Window, Reset Windows Layout, and that takes me back to the default settings for my Windows layout. Now you've seen one more way to customize the Visual Studio IDE space with several ways to make a full-size editing window.